All right. So, our topic for today, for those of you who are new to our group, welcome. And it would be helpful for you to do all the January classes for sure, because we had a lot of power building in and pulling that energy in. So, where we are at now, and it's a continuation also of what we did last week, which is to really remove and clear self-doubt. So, what we're focused on today is the removal, the complete lifting, uprooting, dissolving, resolving, and letting go of guilt. Because guilt is something that really holds you back. It doesn't allow you to spread your wings. And it's something that's very much ingrained in us. Depending on how we're raised, a lot of times we're motivated by guilt because of our parents' ways of teaching us what to do, what not to do. If it's cultural, I'm originally Persian, so we've got plenty in our culture. It's like pounded into every cell of our being. So there's a lot of energetics with guilt that holds us back, specifically as it relates to the fact that we've been pulling in our power, pulling in our wholeness, and how we're up leveling with that energy. And sometimes we leave people behind just because they're not ready. They're not in that space. They're not growing with us. So we may feel even guilty about our own growth because we're not able to take our whole troop with us. Sometimes our troop changes as you grow. Sometimes it becomes a lonely road because we're shifting and people go out of our lives and other people come into our lives. That's all the process of growth. There's growing pains in any process, right? So as you're experiencing that, we really want the feeling. Guilt is very clenchy. It's very grippy. So it's like in your chest, it could be in your, wherever it is that you hold it, but it actually physically affects you. It affects the way that your mind can be free. It affects the way that you could tap in to your fullness, to your potential. It's like a weight that anchors you and holds you down. So when we do theta, when we are tapped into the light of all that is, when we're coming into that space where we're pulling, deleting, canceling, resolving, dissolving, we're looking at it at every angle that it came in from and letting it. If I'm very visual, so I visualize that energy completely getting vacuumed out of me. And wherever we clear, this is a dual direction highway. So as we clear energy out and we make space inside ourselves, we want to also pull energy in. So we're letting go of what's non-beneficial. We're pulling in what's beneficial. So you always want to fill yourself up. So tune in as we go into this command as to what is your download. What I'd like to do is, because I have to share a command with you, you change it to what works for you and what fits you in this moment. But what I'd like to bring for us as the replacement is the freedom to fully be me. Just that. All we need to do is be ourselves in our power, in our truth, and free without feeling like, what does that gonna do to that person? Or how's that person gonna take where I'm coming from? Just free to be me, that's all. So if you have specifics for yourself where you feel guilt really holds you in certain other areas, I want you to download whatever the opposite of that is for you as well. So I'll give you some space in that. So if it really holds you back from your expression, then you wanna add freedom to fully express myself. But I'm just going to do a blanket one. So freedom to fully be me. That's what I'm focused on. Again, change it to whatever it is that also suits you so that you are in complete alignment with what you're pulling in. And one more thing I want to say, sometimes these energies that we're clearing out are very deeply ingrained and embedded. So in our 5 minutes of time together, we're starting that energy, and you will need to complete that, which means that when I send you the recording of this class, you will kindly please repeat it. And when you get to the part where you're doing your clearing, put it on pause so you could stay in it as long as you need to witness the process complete. Whether you feel it, whether you see it, whether it's all of it or you just know it, there's a space where you'll feel that lightness coming in. So today we give you the blueprint, and then all the releasing classes usually have homework, which means repeating it so that you could really feel it purge out.